we talked about collecting more of your fake plants.
Hey everybody, hope you're staying warm. It's super cold here in Arkansas right now, and I'm warming up here, hanging out with my plants. So today I'm talking about air plants, and they're such a cool variety of plants that are so wild to me. They totally don't look like plants. Like they don't look alive. They don't grow in soil. They don't have a root structure for water. So most of the genus that I've seen for these is Tillandsia. This is a xerographica. That's the species, and these can actually get really big. My mom has one that's probably twice this big. Absolutely beautiful, though, as you can see. I highly recommend air plants, even for beginners. I have had some people ask me how I take care of mine, so I'm going to show you my collection, which is not really that big actually for air plants, and I'm going to tell you how I take care of them. Very easy to take care of, but to begin with, these are actually epiphytes, this type of plant, which means that they grow off of other plants, but they're not parasitic. So the way that they get water is obviously it's not through roots, like that's the bottom. You can see there aren't any roots. They absorb water in the air, like through their leaves. And it's really not good to touch them too much. Like I'm touching mine a lot right now because I'm showing you a video and I'm kind of enjoying getting to touch it right now. I'm one of the leaf petter type people, but they have little things that, oh gosh, now I forgot the trichomes, I believe is what it's called. Let me double check myself on that. I'll put that in the link below. But they're like they look kind of white on the leaves, if you can see here. And that helps them absorb the water through the air. And it also reflects sunlight so that they don't get sunburned. Just some kind of interesting things about it. But in case you're wondering, how in the heck does this thing stay alive? That is how it works. It absorbs water through leaves and sunlight that way as well. But this is my biggest one, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. You can find these sometimes like in driftwood or on different kind of displays. My sister-in-law put it with some Christmas, like a Christmas little Santa sled, and had it right in the middle, and I thought that was super cute. Um, but yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you my other ones real quick, and then I'll talk about the care. Like I said, I don't have too many air plants, but I've got some. My husband actually made this air plant stand for me, and it's super cool, I think. And if you're interested in maybe ordering one, he only charges for materials, and the materials are not that bad. But yeah, let me know. Just direct message me, and we can make that happen. But one thing that you want to make sure of when you display your air plants is do not actually put them in copper. Copper is toxic to them. This is one of my little babies. And the ones that have the little thinner leaves like this, you need to water them a little more often. Like these smaller guys actually need to be watered more often than my big guy, but to be honest with you, I water them the same and they're fine. They don't need to be watered that often. This one is, I think, a Medusa is what it's called. I think. Some people can correct me, please. But it's got a velvety kind of texture to it, if you can see. It's kind of cool. And then a lot of them that you'll find, like this guy, I believe these are all Tillandsia. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this one has black tips, and when I first bought it, I thought I'm a little bit like of a metalhead, and like I was a goth growing up, so I was super excited with the black tips, and I was just fell in love with it. Thought it was real. These are airbrushed on with like a plant safe material. So as it grows out, as you can see, the newer leaves are in the middle. They do not have the black. So don't buy one just because of the color. The color is not going to last. This one is one of my favorites. The pattern on this one, I can show you, is super cool. Let me see if I can get that to focus better. It's like kind of like a striped look, if you can see. And this one's grown the most on me. He kind of looks a little bit like some people have said like an onion. Kind of funny. Well, anyway, these are my air plants. Let me know if you want to order an air plant stand. I think it's a great way to display a lot of them. My mom, she got one for my husband for Christmas, and she had used it as a centerpiece. And when you put a whole bunch on here, you can imagine it would be beautiful. And these things are pliable, so that's kind of fun. So, the bigger the air plant, you can put bigger ones on there, smaller ones. You can adjust it to size. I need to get some more air plants to fill it up. So now that we're talking about, you see my collection, let's talk about the care some. I use Airplant food, and I'm going to put a link below. But this is fertilizer. You're supposed to use it once a week. It's winter right now here. I'm using it maybe once a month, and I mean, I'm not getting a whole lot of growth from mine, but mine are certainly still alive, and they've grown some since I bought them. I bought them probably 5 months ago, so I think I'm doing okay with them. Um, I give them pretty good light, as you can see. I think that's one of the big mistakes you'll see that people, when they get air plants, they'll kind of stick them in a dark corner, like on a bookshelf, and forget about it. They do need bright light, not direct bright light. I have mine under my grow lights. This whole system, if anybody's curious about it, I can post about it. This has just been wonderful for my plants. Like, they're doing great. But yeah, they do like a good amount of light. By a window would be a good place too, if you can do that. And as far as watering, this is the interesting part. So about once every 7 to 10 days. Realistically, right now in the winter, it's about 10 days for me. But as it gets warmer in the spring and the summer, and they get more light too, I'm going to be doing once a week. But I take all of my air plants and I put them in my sink, and I fill up my sink with lukewarm water, and I let them soak for at least 30 minutes, but usually it's about 1 hour, 2 hours, something around there. Now, some people will tell you that's too long to let them soak. For me, it's been fine. I don't water them more frequently than that. I don't mist them. Some people will take some water and a spray and just mist them to the point where they're pretty soaked, and then let them dry. If you mist them with a water bottle, that's fine. It'll work great, but you're gonna have to water them more often. And most of the people that I see, like that I've looked up videos on YouTube and stuff about taking care of air plants, I feel like most people do the submerged, how should I call it, the method where you basically put them underwater, like I do. And whenever you do take them out, you know, I let them dry overnight. I shake them off real good. I'm going to do this, actually water this after this video. That's why I took my video tonight. So give it a good shake like that, and I'll lay it upside down, just like that, so that the core of it, which is more likely to rot, gets nice and dry. So you lay it like this overnight, usually dry by the morning, and then I put it back out. And that's it, really. It's easy. I don't know if pests really being a problem with air plants. I haven't had any problems with it. If anybody has, comment, let me know. I look at them less often than my other plants, to be honest. Some signs that it may be underwatered would be more of the brown tips. A couple of mine, you can see a little bit brown there. You can clip that off if it bothers you. If they get more crinkled up and dehydrated looking, that might be a sign that they need to be watered. Pruning for these, mine don't grow a whole lot. But like I said, I think they look pretty good. So I feel like I can make a care video. But the older leaves are going to be down here. If you can see that. Oh, I'm not doing good with focusing today on this, am I? Anyway, this leaf is a little bit more brown, and so you just slightly just kind of pull it off. And if it doesn't want to come off, I don't pull it. I don't force it. This one over here, though, does. It's an older leaf. Just go ahead and take it off. Alright, and it's less likely to get water rot. Can't really call it root rot in these because these don't have roots, but you get me there. Less likely to rot, less likely to have any kind of infections or anything doing that. But they're really, really easy. I think they're super cool. You can display them in, all kinds of ways. I see a lot of the little clear glass ornaments that you can hang up and put them in there. Great gift for somebody that is new at plants. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. It's not very long. I don't have a whole lot to say about these guys. I have had several people ask me how to take care of them, so I hope that this is helpful. Just, put them in water, soak them, shake them off, let them dry. Don't overdo the watering. Make sure they have plenty of light, and these guys they're gonna love you. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.